Rob Clayton got some swimming in this past weekend, and not only that, but did a really good job. Are you pretty proud of what your team accomplished?
It was a great weekend for us. In some ways surprising because it's middle of January. In other ways not surprising because we've been on fire in practice. Friday and Saturday was a continuation of what had been really a week and a half of incredible swimming. We had guys going personal bests in practice early last week. So then to see guys step up at the end of the week and just be incredible was phenomenal. It was, I think the meet was an indication of where we're at. It was not surprising, which is exciting.
Any worry at all that you were too good too early?
No worry. It is never wrong to swim fast. And, anytime someone swims fast anywhere in the country, everyone jumps on and goes, oh, they were rested, they were tapered, they were whatever. At the end of the year, that's when it matters. At the end of the year, we figure out how everyone has invested and withdrawn throughout the year. We know what we've done. The guys had a very tough week last week, including lots of fast swimming. And then we're able to stand up and swim fast at the weekend. So, no, we're not concerned. We still have a lot of work to do. We still feel like we haven't done a lot of the detail work that we've been able to do in years past just because of the strange season it's been. But we have momentum again. We have momentum coming off our training trip. We were down in California for a week and just did an incredible job. Guys did an amazing job with all the restrictions that were placed on them just to be safe from COVID and to maintain our bubbles and maintain distance and cut down any kind of contact tracing. We came back, no one tested positive for COVID after that entire trip. We were safe, but we got a lot of great work done. And because of that, we just carried that momentum right into last week of training and then into, a couple great meets against some Colorado schools.
One of those Colorado schools, there was a young man named Rob Clayton who did pretty well, I believe, for the School of Mines. I think he's your son, right?
Yeah, he is. He is. He was great. Managed to beat all of our guys, fortunately and unfortunately. So as you can imagine, I was torn. It's great to see Robert swim so well, but I always like it when we win. But he's having a great year. Thanks for asking about him, though, Brian. As a dad, I appreciate that.
Yeah, had to be odd though for you because he's not on your team, but you've got to be rooting him. He's your son.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And actually, we've seen him quite a bit over the last year, which. As everyone knows with this year and college kids being home, et cetera. So I was able to see the work that he put in and the investment he made, all spring and summer. It's good to see that paying off for him. He's having a great year up at Mines. And actually they, as a team, they were pretty terrific. They really are moving in the right direction and have a great thing going up there in Golden.
This weekend, you get Wyoming coming in here. You're going to have 2 meets against them. BYU will join you on Saturday. Just tell me, what do you expect from your team? Because this is a good conference matchup.
This is a great weekend for us. And, we saw Wyoming in the fall. They were kind of decimated with people who were out for, COVID kind of stuff. So they're going to be a lot stronger than the last time we saw them. And it's always a tough meet with Wyoming. BYU, we haven't swam in a while. It's been many years since we were both in the Mountain West that we competed against BYU in this kind of format. We see them early in the year in a normal year in Grand Junction, so we see them occasionally, but that's a little different kind of meet. Anyway, this is going to be a great weekend for us, and we are going to be ready. We should be, I would expect that we'll be as good or better than we were last week. That's normally how we see things progress in the spring, is every weekend we get a little better, a little better as we get a little more comfortable with racing, more into that racing mode in January. So we're going to be good, but it's going to be two really good teams that we see this weekend. And both of them are real strong, diving, especially BYU is great on the board, so they'll be really tough.
That being said, got 4 seniors, including 1 diver, on this team. What can you say about them? And wow, talk about a group that maybe has had some adversity that maybe no class before them has had with this COVID. Talk to me about your seniors.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing what these seniors have been through, and this last year, fortunately we were able to pretty much finish our season last year. We lost the NCAA meet and the CSCAA meet, but we were able to swim conference, obviously, and that was huge to be able to get through that. But ever since then, we've been in crisis management mode and trying to prepare to swim fast. And these guys have led the charge. On the swimming side with Eric and Vinny and Brendan, those guys have held themselves and their teammates accountable, not only for training, not only for doing what's right at the Air Force Academy, but also for doing what's right in a COVID environment. And, we think it's easy. It's not easy. It's an inconvenience in every area of your life. When you walk down to the swimming pool to get ready to practice, you've got to know how many people are in the locker room, because we can only have so many people in the locker room at a time. And those guys have been keeping track of that. Those guys have organized our drives to the pool to minimize contact tracing. Those guys have, towed the line personally and as a team in terms of we're all going to ride in the same vans to and from practice when we're at training trip. We're all going to maintain distance. We're going to stay within our bubbles. Everyone's going to wear a mask when we're supposed to. All those things that a year ago were unimaginable. We were pushing for just the opposite. We want to be together as much as possible. We want all that stuff. And now, as with everyone else, the world has gotten flipped on its head, and these guys have been incredible just to lead us during this time.
Yeah, and this will probably be their last competition weekend for sure in this pool.
Correct. This is their last weekend here, so it'll be a great weekend. We're going to honor them on Saturday during the first break of the meet. So look forward to that, and just honor the journey that we've had. And we've had years where we've been, middle of the road, 4th at conference a couple of years, and then to win conference last year. These guys have been the ones who have led us through that, and then obviously, as we alluded to, led us through this difficult season. And it's amazing when you look at all that they've had to tackle. And, these guys are positive. These guys there's not bitterness, cynicism, all the things that there could be. You don't see it in Eric, in Vinny, in Brendan, in Cole. And, it's a testament to who they are, to who each of them are. And collectively, they've just done a great job of working together and helping the team through this.
All right, Rob, looking forward to this weekend. Good luck.
Thanks, Brian.